Viewers, well, I finally got myself a selfie stick. So look at this. You won't have to look at my nose anymore like in the old videos, unless you want to. No, never mind. I'm just joking. No nose shots. Woo. All right, it seems wobbly, so. Okay, I have been working for 3 days on the most stupidest, dumbest thing that anyone who works on cars ever has to do. And I have an enemy. My enemy's over there. Those are my parts. Those aren't the enemies, but I've had to get all those parts out because of my enemy. And my enemy is this stupid bolt that got stripped. Right in there. I hate you. I hate you. Trying to fix the brakes, it's the last thing to do to get this car running and out on the road. And there's something wrong, like the little bolt that holds the brake line in won't go in far enough, and then the brake line wobbles and leaks out. And I put like 3 in there, and the last one got stuck. And that was last week, and it's still there. And I don't have that much time to come out here, but every time I pull out more tools and get more things out, finally, so I thought I might as well. I've been too frustrated to even do a video, so I thought I might as well do one now. The end is in sight to show you how to unstick a bolt, which is so exciting, right? But if you work on cars, you'll face it sometime. It's not just because I'm a terrible mechanic. It does happen, even to the best of them, which I'm not. So I'm already at stage 10, and the end stage of most of these is to drill it out. So you can see I have my drill, and last night I drilled and I made a hole in the damn thing, and now it's going to turn. I made hole down, hole sideways, lots of holes. I went crazy. So that's the end stage if you can't get a bolt out. And you want to avoid it because you might do damage to other parts that don't need to be drilled. Aside from that, once the bolt is stripped, there are things you can do, and which I've tried. One is to heat it up all around, and sometimes heat is a good extractor if you have a bolt that's stuck or a bolt that's stripped, but didn't work for me, even though this thing is cool. I bought it, and I had high hope. It gets so hot. I have lots of uses in mind for that thing. And another way is to file off the edges to try and remake the sides so you can get a wrench on there. And sometimes socket wrenches work better than Allen wrenches to get the bolt off, but none of that worked for me. So now I'm going to take it off the selfie stick and give you a close-up view of what I did and where I'm at. There's my enemy. I hate this thing. It's been my enemy all week. And so you can see I drilled a hole in the side. So my plan was to stick things in like this and then hit them and jab it open. And then I also drilled in the top, because sometimes you can just drill out the top and then get it to come out that way. So I drilled every single where. I have to drill a little more though, because the hole is too small for the metal bit I'm using. I used a bunch of bits and I bent them all trying to leverage this thing out. So I don't want to ruin any more. So I'm going to use a nice thick one. So a little more. Oh, fuck. And this is the problem. Whoa. Well, glad you couldn't see that. This is a problem with drilling metal. It always jams in there. Not fun. See, and then it sticks. I get the RPMs up. Okay. Equipment break. Just when I'm out of breath. Just when you were probably doubting my abilities or my drills, I got it to go. I made the hole bigger, and here you can see the bit, right? I think it's moving. Is it moving? It's moving. Woo! Moving. I'm gonna go now and try and really get it out. No more fun and games with this video, so I'll be back if I do get it out. Bye. It did move. I was right. So now I'm just gonna try and get it off the rest of the way, the old-fashioned way. Now this moves. Oh, it moved again. Yes. Yes. Ow. Ah. Oh, fuck, that's broken. Ah. Oops. Okay. Ow. Ah. Ow. My hand broke. Ah. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. I'm feeling better now. Well, maybe one more time. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. There, that's better. Time for a little yoga. Okay, so I am happy that's a week's worth. You joined me for the fun at the end, right when I started to feel there was a chance of success. Oops, I'm forgetting to use my selfie stick. 1 sec. Old habits die hard. Look at that. So now the fun that I created for myself by stripping that bolt is really just starting, because while I was doing it, I gave up on trying to be pretty, and what happened was that right in that hole, all the metal shavings and everything fell in that hole right there, and so I got a caliper full of shit, basically, that shouldn't be there, and that's bad, because as soon as we put on the brakes, that shit will go everywhere it shouldn't, and things will jam up and won't have brakes. So now I have to take off the whole caliper and empty it, try and clean it out. But that's a fun story for another video. This was just meant to be a quick one on how to get out a strip bolt, which hopefully none of you will ever have to deal with, but if you deal with cars, you probably will.